at all.
Where was the pressure? You know, that's like the Liquid standard, is to go and rush out and make sure that those hard carries don't get the farm they needed, and wasn't seeing it that game. A little bit too passive, a little bit of focus on the things that they didn't need to do.
It felt like they had some damage issues too. It felt like they couldn't burst anybody down. Like they go in with the Tiny and the Puck and they do their initial, like, you know, everyone does whatever they can to immediately try to burst the hero down. And then when they couldn't, because this Viper was very tanky and this Terrorblade was pretty tanky, it just felt like the game became pretty one-sided after that.
Yeah.
And I think Liquid kind of realized that and they became panic mode. Like, we've got to do whatever we can, force these Roche fights. But it was just a little bit too little too late.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the reasons that I really liked Liquid's lineup there was the Terrorblade pick into the lineup featuring a Tiny and a Puck, which at least on paper should have really good burst damage potential to bring down the TB. But the TB was left so free early on in the game, got those items up in a hurry. Yeah. All of a sudden felt a lot more tanky.
TP was always also very intimidating. I think Fog put it right when you add the Vengeance Aura in and then trigger Metamorphosis, the damage output is just ridiculously high. And you can't heal through that. Like GH was trying in some of those team fights. Like he even popped a regeneration rune during the Roshan fight. And it's like he wasn't doing anything in the tether.
GH was 21-5 on his Pro Wisp going into that game. Only his 6th loss on the hero.
Shadow Team picked up. Finally get to see the power that you've been talking up this whole time, Nahaz.
Yeah, I thought we might see that hero in the first game between these teams.
Oh, and they're taking the page out of Navi's book by grabbing the Shadow Shaman early on, which is an interesting hero to me because this hero has some huge flaws, like some truck-sized flaws, in that it works very well one-on-one against the offlaner, but when you get aggroed like we saw earlier today in the EG series, this hero gets pressured a bit too quickly.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm just happy that he's in the meta, man. It's so good to see. It's bringing him back.
The what? Oh, Shaman?
Yeah.
Why? Are you a Shaman fan?
I'm a huge Shaman fan, man. That Aetherlynch shackle. Ooh.
Oh, like the 1500 distance.
It's hilarious.
How does that hit me?
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Plus the Octarine core, the endless map size shackle. I love it.
I just find it amusing. Like we had Lil pop over after his quarterfinal match, and like you asked him the question out, like straight out. It's like, do you like Night Stalker? It's like, well, if you don't get any kills in the first nighttime phase, then it's just pointless in a way to have the hero, and then VP willingly first phase it. So
yeah,
there has to be a lot of confidence to do it, like actually pick him up.
I love the fact that when 707 first, when the refresher shard first came out, the first thing that VP did, I think it was like the game after that in DreamLeague, they immediately picked up Rasta, got refresher shard and refresher orb on him, and dropped 3 sets of wards in the enemy base. That's VP Dota.
I'm interested to see how this Luna's going to work. Like SD is normally that one you pair up with the Luna, but it's also really bad if SD's able to get a copy. Plus SD able to actually create that extra illusion. Now I'm concerned that VP are going to be the worst enemy.
Absolutely, that was a complete lack of respect. You don't pick a Luna against a Shadow Team, and he'll just completely destroy you with it. So
now you get a mind control Prophet.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, VP definitely got some stuff that they have to do here today. Luna does have some nice clear though for Prophet, so that's not too bad.
Yeah. The early pressure from VP is really nice.
He messes up the Night Stalker and Rasta's game though, potentially. Because you just run the Treants at Shadow Shaman, and Shadow Shaman can't trade against the Treants. And more importantly, like if you speed up the pace of the game, it's hard for Night Stalker to keep up when you just push in. Like it doesn't really matter that you're a Night Stalker when the enemy team just 5-mans, because you're in a position where you can't really team fight.
Could this be the all-night draft coming out from VP? They got Night Stalker, which has darkness good stuff. They got Luna, which has darkness good stuff. Now they didn't like it. And that's it. That's the full darkness. That's the...
Is that? You can also take Spirit Breaker, because he has that charge of
darkness.
He becomes like a slightly worse Night Stalker.
Hey, liking Night Stalker was a thing for a while, because you get the extra regen from the nighttime howl.
I'm telling you, dude. This is the night draft right here.
I guess one thing we haven't talked about yet is the Earth Spirit, which we talk about Coddle, and we talk about Earthshaker, and we talk about Wisp as being GH heroes. Earth Spirit has definitely been added to his pool. He's 6-1 already on that hero in this patch.
That hero is conceptually just so absurd.
Yes.
If you think about it. Gap Closer, has an escape, has a stun, has a silence. Pretty instant for all. AoE ulti that just keeps dealing damage. Like everything about this hero's toolkit is excellent. Doesn't need
5
items.
seconds remaining.
Like what do you really need on that hero? Everyone gets an urn and that's about it.
I mean, there's a reason that it's been nerfed like 11 times and it's still in the meta.
Oh.
Oh my god. The darkness!
Yeah. Against the Night Stalker, it works the same way. The extended nighttime works in that hero's favor. The aggregate healing from Howl regen over the course of the game is actually pretty stunning.
They're still willing to pick it though against the Brew.
10 seconds.
This is pretty
remaining.
reminiscent of the game that we saw in the secret one. In this game, they can't really aggro as much.
5
They can do some kind of
seconds
weird dual aggro. So I would imagine that Liquid has to be a little bit tricky about the laning setup because there's no way that you want to put that Lycan in a one-on-one or even a one-on-two situation against the Brewmaster.
I'm wondering then if VP do switch lanes up. Like Luna on the off lane is not uncommon. With the Shaman as well. Like can VP actually switch their lanes around as well against Liquid?
Yeah, I think Luna's an okay aggroer because of her aura. Like, you're almost always going to trade somewhat efficiently. Like, the downside, though, of moving the Shaman around is this hero has really bad move speed, Toby. Like, this hero moves at a snail's pace.
Hey, that's why Ice Rock gives you a TP scroll to switch.
If
True.
you think about aggroing as VP though, do you have to move the Night Stalker over in the core role?
No, I think that Liquid has to be the one to
Okay.
switch things around a little bit.
Fair
Because VP can just as easily do really static lanes and do, like, Night Stalker moving around, Brewmaster goes off lane. They can go together.
Yeah.
And then Luna, Shadow Shaman at bottom pretty much handles any other combination. So I'm not sure if you allow SD Lycan to be against that because I feel like you get out traded. But I'm not too certain here because in the last game, Secret had a really strong aggro. They had like Brew, AA, Sand King, and this is not that.
I'm wondering if Liquid can give help to the other lanes. Like in my mind, I'm thinking like an older school combination with the SD. If we can bring back a Miracle Invoker to give the Sunstrike to work with the Prophet, so at least
10
that
seconds
way, Team
remaining.
Liquid can change the balance of their lanes without having to always switch it up.
He's just so susceptible
seconds
to
remaining.
getting roamed on in this matchup. And
Yeah,
besides, the Prophet
but
can
if-
always TP in to affect the balance of the lanes.
True, but I'm just thinking like, what's going to give Liquid like that big lane victory over everything else? We don't know what the mids are. That's the only question marks we currently have on both the on both the lineups.
Whoa, bro. Anybody on VP could run mid right now.
Puck and Queen of Pain still on the table for both sides.
I think
No
you
one,
get it.
the no one Dragon Knight is insane. By the way, I think I mentioned that stat earlier. I think he's 45-17 in his career on the hero.
They're careful when they pick it, though. That's why it's so popular, right?
Yep.
I'm not
sure.
sure that it will be coming out this time.
I like it. I
Ragnar,
think along with the push potential offered by the Luna and the Shadow Shaman, and then you got your team fight taken care of with the Brewmaster. You got your roam taken care of with the Night Stalker. DK's decent.
Sure.
Like
Well,
we continue the debate.
50 seconds left.
Who's our mid? Who's our mid?
You need something that can just run at people.
Let's see here.
Who
I like
can
something
run
a
at
little-
people and then still deal with the control the Brewmaster provides?
I think
I
you,
don't know,
I think you
take
need
like
him
Venno or
mobility.
something.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
sure.
Oh,
Go back
wow.
to the Venno, bring it back,
You want Miracle Venno?
or just give him Lycan.
Ugh. I like
Nope.
Puck. I like Puck
You like Puck?
against the Brew.
I like Puck too. But I'm sticking with my guns.
You do it, buddy.
Whatever happened to Shadow Fiend, huh? There was a middle, gentlemen.
Dude, SF is so sick right now too. You talk about in the previous patches, you get hit by 3 level 1 raises. It used to do 300, and now does 510. Like
Yeah,
Ban-
it's
they
great.
banned the Viper.
it's insane.
Hyper. Well,
I know the hero. Take Sniper.
Sniper? You've been talking Sniper up this whole time. I haven't
I
really
love
seen
Sniper.
it.
You know what? That's not bad.
It is
10
Nahas.
seconds
That's
remaining.
a no. If
The Brew's going to control him so
if
hard.
you're no for
It's a
Virtus
tinker.
Pro.
It's a tinker.
I'm saying Sniper for Virtus Pro.
Hmm.
I mean, okay, fine. The Lycan will run at him, but
And
Virtus Pro
the
takes
Earth
Storm.
Spirit.
oh boy,
Yeah.
that's a
Give
sick
me-
call.
Yeah, you need something to catch the tinker in the Prophet when he does his split push.
You have 1 stun. Give me my boy.
5
Just
seconds remaining.
do it up 1 time.
What's the-
Storm, Puck. They're probably going to be the easiest ones.
Let's
go
go.
for.
Oh!
There it is.
Easy call.
Does Storm win that lane?
Against Tinker? Are you high? Like,
Okay. But I mean, like, okay, I should have asked, does Storm not catastrophically lose that lane?
I think I just played that matchup actually. a day ago in EU pubs, and it was okay.
You win mid game, right? Like you hit the 15.
Yeah,
20,
it's
and
like
that's
once
where
you get once you get like your first 2 items, like
Because I think I think Sniper can win that lane.
Sniper versus Tinker, it sucks though. Anyways, Toblerone.
Yeah, I love how I get to be the early pressure every single time. I'm actually backing VP. I'm backing VP on this draft. I think they've got what it takes.
Never give up on my boy in blue.
Wow.
Virtus Pro, easy win.
Wow. I'm going to go for Liquid. Absolutely. Goodbye. Your draft is terrible. What are you guys talking about?
I can't believe I'm contemplating going with Slacks.
It's a free storm game. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. You're not worried about the laning stage.
It's a free storm game.
All right.
Just take my
VP.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's
All right.
life.
You got it. I'm going with it. All right. We're going to see here defending TI champions at risk of losing their first series here at our major 2-0. Can Liquid stay alive? One more time over our casters, OD Pixel and Pog.
Thank you very much, Nahas. And here we have it, game 2, ready to go. VP versus Liquid. And the panel, Blitz in particular, very confident on this final pick, Storm. I mean, do you agree? This is a great game for a Storm Spirit?
There's only one disable. Well, there's the 2 sets of disables from the Earth Spirit. However, it's versus a Tinker. And that's pretty much the dream when you're playing Storm. So, he's going to be able to find him a decent amount of times if he comes out of the laning phase at a good start. So we'll see. We'll see how it ends up happening. But yeah, VP has a pretty solid draft coming out. However, Liquid does have one of their staples. They have, of course, Matu playing the Lycan.
Yes.
And he does not lose it on this hero too often.
No, the win rate's got to be pretty damn scary.
However,
with Lycan.
They also don't lose with GH's IO too often, and they did just lose with that one. So let's see how they're going to be able to do it. I like that they at least stick with their guns and they go for the Tinker anyway this game, so they can at least, you know, use the Wolves to use the Boots of Travel and everything, because the big thing that makes Matu's Lycan so good is his body blocking with the Wolves and the scouting that he does with those Wolves.
Well, I'm talking about other heroes and players that just don't lose. Apparently Mind Control,
Mind
Nature's
Control.
Prophet. It is #1 in this patch on the Nature's Prophet.
He was a beast on it at TI, has continued to do so as well.
As always, let's do a quick rundown of the teams before we get Solo playing the support Shadow Shaman on VP. We've got Ramses playing the position 1 Luna. Lil roaming around the map on Night Stalker. No one on that Storm Spirit. Pasha, the offlane Brew. Over on Liquid, Kuro. Support Shadow Demon. Matuma Man, Signature Lycan. Roaming around. GH making the plays this game on the Earth Spirit. Miracle Tinker. And last but not least, Mind Control, Nature's Prophet down on the bottom lane.
So Liquid's going to have to, it's going to be really up to GH to be that lockdown for the Storm in the mid-game until the itemization comes out for them to actually have things to deal with that Storm, be the Orchid on the Nature's Prophet or a Hex way later on down the roads for the Tinker. And we'll see how it plays out. Howl, going to be pretty nice for Liquid in this laning phase, used instantly to make sure that they can get a good start on the first few hits, on the first wave that is.
And this mid lane just so important. Of course, as talked about in the panel, the strength that the Storm has gets the Tinker very, very high. GH trying to make a bit of a play. Rolls in onto the... be anything more than that. Both No One and Miracle on heroes. They can sort of back away from the lane after they've got a few levels.
Yeah, Miracle's actually only got that one last hit so far, while Storm has 4 because of the Remnant spam. Teamwork coming out in the mid lane, both them last hitting
Yeah, but
together
that's
in
set up on
unison.
the range creep.
Yeah.
They know the numbers. They know exactly how they want the health of those creeps under the tower.
So the bottom lane, it'll be like the pretty much the best win for Liquid, because Nature's Prophet can actually bully these guys quite easily with the Treants.
Mind Control, Nature's Prophet should have quite a good time indeed. GH.
Yep.
Eyes onto Solo. Level 2 on this Shadow Shaman. Level 1 on GH. I mean, GH could be... Okay, it's going to be fun. That's what we're going to want. Okay, no, Solo is going to try and man up with the shackles. He was a little aware of Mind Control bit around. Oh, the nuke damage is there. Nearly enough for the beam and the shock, but not quite. GH will be fine. Sounds back up.
Playing on the edge there.
Yeah, it was close.
One more hit. GH would have been dead.
See how much Pash is able to disrupt the CSing of Matuma Man's Lycan up top. 5 for 5 on the Lycan, 4 for 3 on the Brew. Pretty even at the moment. Quick banish there from Kuro. Will secure the bounty win for himself. Grabs it. TP's out. Knows that he's already used the Void. Don't have any way to cancel that one. GH still roaming around, still level 1, mind you. Mid lane.
Yeah, he doesn't really have great setups to get kills on the lanes. The only one he can really do is in the mid lane, but there's always been help there. And look, Solo comes in mid. They're going to look to grab up Miracle.
Look at the shackles. They've got the wraparound from Lil as well. GH will roll forward, trying to put a bit of a slow onto this attempt, but the Void's there with the slow to Miracle. The uphill miss, buying time for Miracle. In fact, that's going to save him.
The Howl coming in with that uphill miss on top too, that definitely saved Miracle there.
Living by the skin of his teeth. He does not have a salve, so he is going to have to play the slow regen game with the Tangos if he wants to stick around.
Yeah. That's painful though. 8-2 on the Tinker to the 14-2 of the Storm. And top, Matu, trying his best to last hit, but he is suffering because there's Drunken Haze. 25 mana, 70% miss chests. He's got 8 denies at least, but yeah, Pasha's having a great start up here too.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he's not getting beat more than this. I feel like he's doing all right with that pressure that the Brew applies.
He did it. He was getting zoned by the Shadow Demon at the start.
Sure.
So
yeah, the back of Bakura certainly helping.
Bottom, like Troll. Ramsey's just trying to save the beam for as long as possible.
And they've got him. GH rolls in, but now GH, he's in on his own. So then Ramsey's just turned towards him, beating him down. He's got a boulder smash. It isn't going to catch onto Ramsey's though, and with that in mind, Ramsey, he should be able to find this with Solo. GH trying his best to duke it out. The blast from Solo's there to secure the kill. 2 kills for VP safe lane.
Yep. Shadow Shaman with the... Oh, Mike Trotchi ports in bottom with Phase Boots and Howl. He's trying to go for Solo, but nope, unable to find him. The damage coming out from Shadow Shaman with Luna Aura. He has 96 base damage with that.
That's pretty
Luna
scary.
Blessing. That is pretty terrifying.
This sustains, good remains.
Pulls that the Crow's making up top. He's certainly securing sort of at this better lane.
Yeah. You know,
for the like, and in a matchup, as we say, that can be very, very favourable for the Brew. But Timmerman, I feel he's dealing well with it.
It's Matu like it, right? He knows what he's doing.
Mid lane.
But yeah, even though they get that kill on bottom, you still see what's happening with the Nature's Prophet.
Oh, that kickback there, GH from Invis.
Nice play.
Yeah, walks in, kicks Lil under the tower.
That Invis rune, the Dream at 4 minutes. But yeah, you see Luna's last hits are still getting pressured quite heavily because of the Mind Control Nature's Prophet. And they're trying to actually dive more for the Storm Spirit here. Mind Control, TP's in, position with Phase Boots.
This is quite greedy. As you say, level 5 does have a fair bit of punch. They'll look towards him. They want to try and punish no one as much as they can before he gets 6. But GH rolling in, they've got a very good chance of doing it. The body blocks are there from the Treants. Liquid, they claim 1. Won't be able to get Lil, but they get the kill that they came for. Just making sure that no one gets punished. He did get a very good start in the Storm.
Yep.
Was doing really nicely so far, but these sort of rotations now that the Prophet has this strength to do so, could keep no one behind just long enough to get Miracle back on top in that matchup.
BP's trying to get go for like a tower kind of push bottom. They actually find Mind Control here. They've got the grab from Solo.
Oh, the Sprout!
Though. Good enough. There's another beam.
They need a couple more right clicks to bring this man down. One's not going to be enough.
Shines up.
And he should be... Wow, no, they're still diving him. He's actually moved away. Another Sprout to create the distance, and that'll get him out of there.
Nice.
Pushing himself deep beneath the trees. And there's no vision for the lockdown.
Yep.
Mind Control Nature's Prophet, I mean, that's one of the reasons. And this guy knows what he's doing on that hero.
Porting mid again. He wants to help out Miracle with the Howl on top. Will he be able to find no one? He does not. A little bit of wasted time coming out from Mind Control here, but really just trying to help out Miracle in the start.
Timmerman looking very good on that top lane now. 28 for 13. He's second highest in the CS.
Got the book queued up already.
That puts some pressure onto this tower. About to hit level 6 for Timmerman. See what kind of reaction comes out from VPGH on the high ground. As he gets silenced by Lil, and they'll turn towards him. They should be able to bring down the Earth Spirit, and they will. GH is down, but Timmerman pops the ult. He's looking to fight back, trying to chase down Lil. We'll see if he has the damage. He's looking for the body blocks, and so far so good. Get them back around. This sort of control from a Timmerman being what we know him for on the Lycan. As Lil, he'll look for the denies to the creeps, but it isn't going to happen. Kuro claims the kill as he pops the poison.
Yep.
He's sure that that deny wasn't going to be there. 3 for 3. Very, very even at the moment. 7 minutes in. Just as we like to see between these two teams. No one is now level 6, so the mid lane it's going to be that little bit harder for Liquid to make the ganks happen.
He's been doing quite well. He's top of the net worth anyway, even though he does have that 1 death. He'd had such a great start. The supports on the side of VP though are suffering. You see them on the bottom of the net worth chart. Lil unable to really find too many situations as this nice luck for now. Does spot GH, but they don't have enough backup there for this. Looks like Lil's building into a Soul Ring on Night Stalker. That's kind of cool. How good Soul Ring is now on Strength Heroes does make sense. He's been using it on a lot of them. So I'm building on Undying earlier as well. So Liquid warding incredibly defensive this time around. They really want to just secure their lanes off the start.
Solo trying to get the wraparound onto Mind Control. Mind Control speedy, and Mind Control's got friends in the neighborhood. GH comes forward with the boulder smash onto Ramses. The body blocks there from the treants, holding Ramses in place. Ramses is down. Solo goes for the TP out. He will make it.
Too many trees. Absolutely.
Oh, Pasha.
Rotations.
Open the ult here. See if he's got enough damage. Okay, with the setup for this, they will do. No one closes the gap. I say they will do. It's going to be close. They do get the kill.
Oh, GH. Oh.
He continued to TP in. And with another stun from that primal split, Pasha getting a lot done with that first use of the ultimate. They have the Void to cancel the roll away for GH, and a setups there for the double kill on No One. Miracle's TPing in. Can they get No One out of this one? Miracle's looking for the vision to get the connection with the combo. He'll look towards Pasha instead. Pasha still alive. The machines are coming through. Pasha, can he get himself out with his TP? Oh no, the robots will do it. The March of the Machines does catch him just on the edge of the area of it, but No One gets out of there. And getting a double kill for the Storm this early on, huge for VP.
They left him the last hit too. They could have taken it. Pasha had clapped that whole time, but they're like, they want to give him the gold for those when he makes those kind of heavy committed rotations. He burned his whole mana pool. They really have to make sure he gets the most out of it. And it looks like he's building into a Yule Scepter very early on this Storm Spirit to deal with the silence coming out from the Earth Spirit, and probably an Orchid that will come out early on Nature's Prophet too. A little bit of a different kind of build coming out for No One.
Ramses actually gets the Eclipse off in time. GH rolls in straight away. The ultimate will take down the Earth Spirit. They've got the chase down from Matumba. They're looking for a kill in return. There's no shrine, unfortunately, for Ramses. So Ramses will slowly but surely be chased down by Matumba Man. Liquid get the trade. They also manage to claim Solo. So definitely worth there for Liquid. They get the big kill. They get that Luna. They also, of course, get the Eclipse out of him. I'm sure he gets a kill out of it, but it is just GH. So Liquid making the moves with Matumba Man, getting him active across the map. And this is going to be definitely one of the upper hands in terms of matchups that Liquid have, as was talked about earlier. Just having this Lycan against this Luna. There's going to be this stage where Luna, she still wants to be in farm mode. But Matumba Man, he's more than ready to fight. Each time that ult's up, he's going to be bolting straight at Ramses.
Yeah. I mean, especially if there's like, I mean, this time it wasn't, but if there's ever a nighttime, sure, Eclipse turns it to nighttime for a short period of time, so the Howl gets boosted a bit, but I think the Howl was used before that anyway. But small little things that could happen. Book 1, almost finished up by Matu. Ramses is ported bound back bottom, so he could look to try to make some aggressive play. He's just gonna send the Wolves casually in the meantime, though. They just want to guarantee Miracle gets those boots of travel.
Miracle not doing bad at all. Did have a bit of a little bit of a tricky opening. The pressure and the matchup the VP have found in that mid lane.
Yeah, he's still 2-0.
Yes, absolutely. He gets the kills. Gets involved earlier. Gives him that boost to keep him on level with No One.
I wonder what build he's going to go for this time. We've been seeing a lot of the Kaya. We saw like Aetherland's Kaya by Sumail before. This time might be like the Blink Dagon, I think, maybe, because he has the Invisible Wolves. He can go for those setups. We'll see, though. A lot of different variety you can go for.
And here comes the push. A little bit of a silence onto No One, but not following in. Liquid just pushing in with the full 5-man down middle. I know that they've got a very strong push with this Lycan Nature's Prophet.
Yeah. They can take down all these tier 1s. They can easily go into a Roche and claim it without it being too easily to contest if they have the proper ward vision. Tinker can always just push out the side lanes while they go for Roche with the other heroes.
The boosted travel complete for Miracle. So that first hurdle has been overcome for the Tinker. Putting the pressure on up top. Pasha does have Primal Split. He's very close to having Blink Dagger on the breather. Go for the smoke, but it was under the last 20 seconds of that ward, so Liquid know what's up. Miracle straight away with the TP, and also with his position dispels the smoke. So VP won't find Won't find any sort of kill. They could look to try and just take the tier 1 up top. Serpent wards are available for Solo as he hits 6. Liquid doing a good job at keeping themselves out of harm's way.
Yeah.
Where the VP's trying to move. They'll head all the way around towards middle. Miracle with his positioning though, the opposite side of the tower.
I think
Far away.
Liquid's probably pretty happy that they have all 3 of their towers still up.
Oh,
The fact that just Luna and Shadow Shaman haven't been able to find those opportunities to get those pushes down.
yeah, as pointed out by Web there, it was a nice warding mission though for VP.
Yeah.
Look at the wards. 3
3
wards
wards placed.
deeply down in Liquid's territory. Mid lane, they've got the roll forward. GH, has he got enough control to take down no one? He hasn't. The silence and the stun, not quite enough. No one will survive. And this certainly is going to be the issue. You know, one of the reasons why Blitz said so confidently this is a free Storm game. That is your lockdown. It's GH's combo, and that's it at the moment. Until sort of these items come online, sure, we might see an Orchid or a Scythe down the road for the Nature's Prophet, but at that stage, yours is going to be there for the Orchid at least. It's so hard for you to control no one.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he has the yours now. It's pretty much impossible. You've got to catch him out of mana and off the back of an overcommitment. And
Exactly what I was
this is
saying.
Noah, one of the strongest mids in the scene. He's unlikely to make that sort of a mistake, so it really could end up being the game that Blitz expected it to be, with this Storm just getting out of control entirely.
He could get out of control, yeah. I think Liquid is probably going to try to force down as many towers as possible early on to make sure that does not happen. So they can just take these like head-on fights, but now bottom. Pasha has the blink.
He's opening up, jumps forward, Matuma Man pops the ult, he's ready to rock and roll, turns towards Solo. They are going to be able to control the Lycan there with the first stun. Can they keep Solo alive? The Wolves are on him, Matuma Man himself backing away. Kuro gets the kill, on to the Shaman. Got further control, throwing mind control up into the air. Ramsey's heading in. He has the Eclipse, no one zips straight in. Has the grab, has the control. There's a defensive disruption from Kuro, buying time for mind control, trying to get him out of there. But no, he continues to zip forward, bottling himself up. He has the mana to chase. Mind control, he's down. GH trying to roll himself away, looked for the TP out, but the Yulzu's there from no one. He has the control. GH is gone. Matuma Man, he's actually coming back into this one. There's still 4 arrows up. Kuro did manage to get the poison stacked up on Pasha, burst him down, but no one, he still continues to look to fight. Miracle laying down the march of the machines, the defensive disruption. Kuro buying time for himself, and with the 1 charges, Kuro survives. They'll kill no one. That's the overextension that we were talking about that he has to make for Liquid to get the kill, and they find it, and they're not done yet. They've got the boost to travel on top of the walls. Liquid chase down for another. Solo turns with the wards and the control. Solo gets the kill onto Miracle, but he does go down as well. Liquid do find the favorable numbers by all means.
And Miracle starts spam pinging Matu. Matu in the non-shape-shifted wolf, putting in an incredible amount of work. But as you say that, Lil saving the void there so that it can't TP out.
Can this man get away? There is backup sort of inbound, but there's stronger backup for VP as no one zips in. And we'll get Matuma Man. So at the end of the trade, Liquid, they did get the numbers, but off the back of it, Miracle goes in, he loses his life down to a very, very, you know, keeping him as cool there, Solo, with that play with the ward dropping the shackles on the very edge of his life as he goes down, securing that Tinker kill. And then Matuma Man also getting caught off after the end of it all. So as much as Liquid gained there, I feel like it was just as quickly lost, really.
It looked pretty, like, almost even overall because of like how far the commitment ends up happening and how many kills get returned back and forth. Kuroki did a lot of damage with just the shadow poison in that fight.
We saw him get a couple of those big kills in the last Solo. Go down.
Mega kill for Kuroki.
5-0-4 on the Shadow Demon. I mean, we've seen this hero, we've seen the clips. You know, if it gets late, this hero can do ridiculous amounts.
Yeah.
What is it? Is the which level's the crazy talent?
It's the 15 and 20.
It's the 15 and
Sometimes people take the movement speed instead of the shadow poison damage, but I mean, if he gets to the point where he can actually farm and do damage, it's
Really?
pretty crazy. I've seen some people do it. I've seen some
crazy.
bottom. Miracle gets caught out. I think the 25% is what we've seen more of the time.
25%. That's it. That just sounds so good.
Yeah.
Especially the way that Kuro's been able to play, and he's finding the position to get it out mass amount of times.
Yep.
And the disruption usage has been perfect. We've seen multiple saves from him, and not only of course on himself, but also the cause on his side. He's been doing a lot on this Shadow Demon for sure.
Kaya now finished up on the Storm. Matu and Mind Control pressuring down top. There's the medallion pickup by Mind Control. Just that bonus armor, probably that Roche potential is what we're thinking.
I mean, it's definitely, as you said as well, you know, Liquid having no intentions of really drawing this game out. They want to take full control of the map, take all of these outer towers. because the later it goes, the Storm and Luna combo
They want
might
to set
become
up.
quite a difficult thing
They're
to deal
setting the Wolves onto Ramses here for the boots to travel because they have the ward watching him farm, but backup's coming. Pasha's there. Ramses gets pushed away from his big stack. Now Liquid wants to do it themselves.
with. Okay. I mean,
Take a couple of the creeps at least.
yeah.
Take one.
I mean, if that they get any with that, I don't know.
They got one.
They got one of
little guy.
No one just working on Bloodstone next. No surprises here.
Yeah.
Solar Crest complete for Mind Control.
Yeah, that just screams Roche with the book on the
Nearly
like
book 3 as
exposed
well.
Solar. Yeah.
And Miracle's getting space. Blink Dagger, pretty much complete on the Tinker. Smoke up from VP again, looking to invade the jungle.
They're trying to set up for Miracle.
We may be tempted on that Solar. We'll see if he comes out on this creep wave. Looks like they won't stick around to keep eyes on it.
It is daytime for about another minute and a half. For mid, they're pinging out Matu. They want to try something. There's smoke. But Liquid in the meantime, clearing out that ancient stack now. They're able to finish it up with the DD on the Nature's Prophet.
Ramses has got his own little ancient stack though, over the safety at the top half of the Radiant map. So he will at least claim something.
The Wolves are scouting this whole time.
Oh, GH, he's very quick with that silence. The border smash as well. Is it going to be enough to bring him down? No one. Very, very low. He's just got enough time to zip out. Will keep himself safe. Jump in with the primal split. Parasha trying to kick things off. The Rockets chase through. Miracle finds the kill onto Solo. No one has to get out of there. He's out of mana. Gets himself all the way back to base. Miracle. See if he can find any further action. Won't necessarily get it.
You see the brew interaction versus the Lycan book? He just throws the dispel and it kills the book instantly. From that brew split.
Yeah, with the damage against the summons.
Yep.
Very, very, very good indeed.
You don't take damage either because you're inside your brew form. Maybe your Storm Panda does take the damage, but you don't, the hero.
Liquid. Gearing up around this mid lane tower, but it's already down.
Nighttime kicks in now. No one has got. Is he gonna find the arcane rune? It gets killed by a wolf right in front of him. Yeah, we've talked about it. Look at that. He gives the wolf
Well
blades.
played indeed.
I mean, we've talked so much. We've seen Matu playing this Lycan so many times. His wolf micro is absolutely incredible.
I mean, Liquid, with the way that this game goes as well, if they are not too successful with these early pushes, they could definitely draw it out and play the rat game.
They can take it late with Tinker.
The rat game is always going to be strong with this sort of, Lycan Nature's Prophet Tinker.
Yeah.
The stalling, the split pushing is always going to be a problem.
Yeah, and now they can get this Roche. Even though it's nighttime, there's no brew split, and they take them down so fast with Solar Crest Book 3.
Kaya picked up for Miracle on his build. 1600 towards Blink on GH as well. And
So he is doing the Dagon after the Blinkaya.
okay.
I thought that might be the case just because he has the Lycan Wolves going to be scouting. He wants to just be able to blow up the low HP Luna and Storm.
Yeah, the Storm's well. I mean, because they know that they don't have a lot of lockdown that they're relying on. So any that they have to make sure that they kill him during it.
I've seen him do this build before too.
Yeah.
He might vary still, but that's what he does have queued up at the moment. Matu uses Shapeshift, tries to find something underneath too. They can't really transition this into a push just yet. Book is not up. They want to be able to force out the other lanes and then probably turn it into the push when Book is off cooldown in about 20 seconds, so they will start moving their way bottom.
They're definitely right to feel confident though with having that Aegis.
Yeah.
It is hard for VP to really take a straightforward 5v5 head on. They've got to look for some sort of smoke from the side, and they're trying for it here, but GH's positioning gives Liquid all the info that they need, as VP will not be able to get anywhere close to the tower. And now GH actually rolling forward, seeing if he can get a grab. He gets the bottle smash onto Solo. GH not only stopping the wraparound, but also setting up a kill, setting up the space for that tower to go down.
Yeah. Great positioning by them there, expecting VP to kind of try to make a move. And now they are 2K advantage. It's been very, very close this whole game, though. VP's been leading the experience for the most part this last bit, but Liquid now with that like 1K, 2K gold advantage. Long zip in by no one.
GH rolls forward. Ramses is there with no one, and back up connects. GH is still alive here. No one zips forward. He's not. Could he actually find it? The poster? No. GH is going to survive. No one gets baited in, and Liquid, they found no one. They found Ramses. Lil looking to get himself over the tree line and back to safety.
Dude, that mech by mind control, he just picked it up.
Oh, Miracle ends up getting Lil as well on that Night Stalker. They're even chasing down for this fan as well. Matumba Man just infinitely blocking off this brew, making it impossible for Pasha to escape. Pasha's down, Liquid claim 4. I mean, the way that they drew no one in, keeping GH alive like that.
That mech by mind control, that was literally perfect timing. I think he had some raindrop. I think he might have raindrop or something, or some extra wand charges too on GH, so pushed him in to survive that one. Now they're transitioning into a push.
And Solo's gone.
And Solo's dead, and they clean up the wards. Oh my god.
Liquid are turning it up just when they need to. This 23-minute mark where their lineup has such a hard-hitting push.
And there's a Dagon now finished up on the Tinker. Oh, heavy match first.
He's trying to put a stop to this, but as quickly as he goes and he has to go back out, there's no real damage threat from this Storm at this stage.
I mean, this Rax is just dead.
Yeah, the push is far too strong for VP to deal with. As slowly going down, no one's going to zip in. Has his eyes onto Matumba, but with the march being laid out by Miracle, pretty much impossible for VP to fight into that push. The melee racks are down up top, and Liquid now sitting on a comfortable 7K lead at this stage. This is exactly how they hope to run this lineup.
Yeah, just hope for an overextension. I mean, mind control going for this. I don't think anyone expected that, like, mech to come out there, so just having this kind of build. We've seen him do it in the past too, going for that mech build when they have a big pushing lineup. And it pays off heavily, wins them a big fight. And they transition into a Rax.
Isn't that the Toby build in that video? Doesn't Toby build a mech on Nature's Prophet? It is, isn't it?
We won't talk about that, for Toby's sake.
Mind control with the Toby Wham builds. Pasha looking for the BKB, making sure that he, I mean, to be fair, he does get the primal split out, but it's very hard for him to get away. And
looking for
once again,
here.
they are hunting him.
And
He'll go straight for the TP out off the blink, and we'll make it.
Look at DD Wolf. Look at the DD animation on the Wolf. Dude, that is awesome.
Look at that. Someone worked overtime to make that look pretty. That's terrifying. The big blue wolf.
All the towers claim, map control heavily in Liquid's advantage. The Wolves are scouting out constantly, as well as the Treants coming out for mind control. Looking to clean up a shrine now too. No one. He knows where mind control is. He's just actually choosing to get the hell away from him there.
He's respecting that.
Yeah.
He's out of there.
Dagon 3 already finished up on Miracle, so they have an incredible amount of burst damage on the side of Liquid.
The Storm falling a little bit behind.
Yeah.
As Liquid are really amping up the pressure.
And they've got Blink already on GH. He's on his way toward an Aghanim's on the Earth Spirit as well. And they're just, yeah, they're really starting to pull quite far ahead. VP really struggling to take fights. There's too many different summons as well for the Eclipse.
Yeah.
So whenever he runs and uses Eclipse, there's just Wolves, there's Books, there's Treants. Sure, Dispel from the Brew kills all the Treants and kills the Books and stuff like that, but it's still really tough for Ramses to get into.
Looks all Lil. He's going to try and get himself away. GH trying with the chase down. GH has the silence into the smash. Miracle with the Dagon. Zaps him down. Kill after kill for this Tinker. Miracle 10, 2, and 4. Making a big impact across the map. Level 19. Dagon going up and up and up in levels. And they have more than enough bursts, as we mentioned earlier, to deal with the cores of VP if they are caught out.
Yeah.
It's a very scary map for VP to come out on at the moment. And that is indeed why we're seeing Ramses play it. Very safe to home. He has the mount on the BKB, so as long as he gets it off before that that smash comes in from GH, he should be fine.
He's gonna get bursted down so quick.
Sure, yeah.
He gets soul
if the
captured.
Lycan gets in.
If he gets soul captured, like a Dagon and a combo from Miracle, and he's just straight dead. Bloodstone is finished, but now at the same time we do have an Orchid finished up on the side of the Nature's Prophet. Miracle looking to pressure, no one a bit. There are wolves
GH
stalking him
chasing
too.
They know that no one is very low on the mana.
There's
And
wolves
they've
there.
got him.
Yeah, he thinks he's trying to like fog them there behind the tree, but
That's
the wolves
not
are
gonna
constantly on him.
happen.
Oh,
That
boy.
man's down, and that as soon as he picks up the Bloodstone, he has to say goodbye to a few charges.
Yep. Liquid just making all the right moves, and VP just in this incredibly defensive stance.
22 to 11. Liquid doing a grand job at trying to push this series to a game 3.
Yes, he takes
No.
the movement speed talent.
Oh, we did take it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There we go.
I mean, he doesn't need
I
to be
don't know
doing the
nothing.
damage.
I mean, I guess so. I guess so. It's all about just the positioning, getting the saves, getting the catches with the disruption, and I guess you look at the lineup. Damage is not an issue at all for Liquid at the moment with how big this Tinker is.
Just about positioning.
Yeah.
No one is looking for GH here. All of Liquid's in the area though.
Back up, and GH just lands a 3-man boulder smasher straight up solo's gone. Matuma with the wraparound rips apart the Night Stalker. The BKB's popped by Brew as he heads in with the primal split. And Matuma Man running himself around. They'll try and control him. They'll dispel the majority of his army out of it. Ramsey's heading into the Mystical with the BKB. He has to go for the TP out, and he will make it away from it. But a very awkward fight for VP to try and walk into as they look towards GH. But they set up for just an easy 3-man stun for GH.
They can't really find good opportunities on the map because the map is getting closed on them constantly. The waves are being shoved in by Tinker, shoved in by Nature's Prophet as well as Lycan. They just can't get the good opportunities for any kind of fights coming out for VP, and it's always Liquid with every single member there. Pasha blinks in, but he just might die.
Instant silence from the Orchid. Ramses is trying to lead him with the Eclipse, but he cannot go out of the base. He'll get one of the dogs, one of the wolves. But that's it.
It's getting pretty out of hand here.
It really is.
They can't take fights versus Liquid's lineup. And the map is closing very quickly.
Oh, no one is instantly silenced there. It's so scary to play against this GHS Spirit, I can imagine, as this Storm. As again, he rolls in. There's a stun.
Oh.
There's a silence. He has the Yules.
The dagger.
And he can't get out.
Oh, look at that. Using the Demonic Purge to bring down the Yule Scepter there by Kuro.
Oh, that was very smart.
Preemptively ending the Yule so
Yeah.
the Dagon comes out.
And he's not expecting it.
No.
I mean, this game, can VP turn it? This pressure from
Nice.
Liquid just seems way too much at this stage. Miracle and Matuma Man far too far ahead for VP's lineup to deal with. The Luna feeling very, very unimpactful at this stage.
I mean, not even just mentioning the Luna, the Night Stalker and Shadow Shaman, they can't even walk into the fights. They just die to the AoE damage. They don't really contribute a lot in comparison to Liquid. There you get the rush, it's Aegis and Cheese.
Oh, I mean, here we have, they do get the catch onto GH, but GH has got backup. And GH, they can't kill this Earth Spirit at this stage. Lil just gets bursted, Patchy jumps over the BKB. They will get GH. Solo's picked off though by Matuma as he chases it down. Buyback will be there from the Night Stalker. They're desperately trying to turn. No one comes in with a grab onto the Shadow Demon. They'll take down Kuroki. No one zips himself away from Miracle. Miracle blinks back, still with the Brewlings. They have the control onto Mind Control. Lil's there, flies himself over. They'll throw up Matuma Man into the air. VP doing their best to contain the team of Liquid, but they haven't quite got the damage from Matuma Man. He still has the Cheese and the Aegis. Feeling under no threat whatsoever. Matuma Man is absolutely fine. VP do at least manage to make a dent in Liquid's lineup. They're getting a couple of kills. They did have to buy back though on the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
But still, considering how far they are behind, those sort of trades, they are going to favor VP in the experience and gold.
Yeah, I mean, they have to try something here. The map is closing on them so quickly. Like, Liquid just constantly pushing in all the lanes, is always getting the better fights. VP falling further and further behind. 13k advantage now for Liquid. And I mean, if we look at the graph too, there's a lot of orange dots there with very minimal
Look
green
at
dots.
that is an absolute bloodbath in favor of Liquid. Those were 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Liquid just being very, very clean. I mean, this is just, it's the perfect Liquid lineup. Having this, at least the duo, having Mind Control, Nature's Prophet, and Matuma Man Lycan, the amount of times they have lost with that combination has to be incredibly low. They are just so good with these heroes. Some of, if not the best players around on those two.
Yeah, and GH, who is 0-6 on the Earth Spirit has been having an incredible amount of impact.
I mean, as we said, there was a lack of lockdown, but yet he has been more than enough.
Yeah, look at him getting in position here. He's got the blink.
How do you stop this push? There's no one for 20 seconds. And Miracle just picking off heroes on the side. Finds Lil outside of the base, takes him down. They do get eyes onto GH. Pasha trying to lead in. Kuro comes in with the disruption, vanishing Ramses now with the lead in. Pasha wants the BKB, gets the Primal Split off. They're looking towards Matuma Man. They've got the control with the Primal Split Broodlings, but he gets forced away. Matuma Man's going to be fine. Miracle jumps in with the burst, takes down one. No one zips in, trying to find Miracle. Can they quite finish off this Tinker? He's a little low on mana, no one. He gets sent up into the air with the Yules, tries to zip away, but now he's out of mana. The tank is empty. Miracle gets the triple. They're going to get the Storm as well. GG is called. This game, much too much for VP to deal with as Liquid. They absolutely dominate. 20 minutes onwards, this game, it just didn't look like there was any answer for VP in their lineup. They didn't find the lead. The way that Liquid played as a unit, grouping up as they were, it was perfect. And I've got to say, we don't always see amazing performances on a Shadow Demon. Kuro, he certainly brought it today.
Kuro had a great performance. I think everybody on Liquid, they played so nicely as a team.
This
kept
is the
just
TI
collapsing.
winning Liquid you expect.
Yes, especially with this draft. Like, whenever they have Lycan, they seem to just